Good morning, everyone. I'm going to take a few days this week to post some quick videos on how to apply different products that we have with Synogens. And I'm going to start today with the foundation, which is absolutely amazing, great for your skin, doesn't settle in lines and creases. And I will say that I am 49, my mother is almost 70, and my daughter is 20, and we all use the same foundation, which is amazing. It is really a timeless foundation that works with a lot of different skin types and a lot of different skin ages. Okay, so as you can see before I start, I am rather pink in a lot of the areas on my face, my cheeks, my chin, all of that. It does tend to be a little bit pink. So one thing that I like about this foundation is it adjusts that very naturally. So real quickly, I start with the daytime moisturizer. This is like a tinted, just a lightly tinted daytime moisturizer. And that's another thing about this product. You use very, very little of it. So I take 2 little pumps on my hand, and you can apply that any way you want to. I prefer a stippling brush. Okay, even for my moisturizer, I don't stipple as much as kind of just rub it in. But first, that's the first thing you're going to do. And that little dot on my hand, which was 2 pumps of that bottle, will go over my entire face. All right, so that's just real quick. And that is the moisturizer. And I do my lids. Some people don't do their lids. Totally up to you and how your skin works. If you have oilier skin, you might not want to do your lids just simply because your shadows may not want to stick to it. All right, so that is step 1. That was the daily moisturizer, daily tinted moisturizer, and that is the first thing I do in the morning. All right, the second thing I'm going to do is apply my MakeSense foundation, which is this one. I use the color Dewy, and Dewy works for a lot of different skin colors because it kind of adjusts to your skin tone. Another thing I like to add to my makeup is pearlizer. And if you've ever seen, most people who end up with the foundation love the pearlizer. You can see the pretty sheen to it. It adds a real pretty sheen to the face. So these are the bottles. You can see that you're going to use every single drop of it because it is air, pushed up through air. So you're not going to waste any foundation in the bottom of a bottle. And you will be amazed at how much of this you actually have to use, which is very, very little. So this is my foundation. This is how much I use. I'm trying to do it so that you can see it best. 1 pump. Just 1. That is all the foundation that I use right there. Now, I like the pearlizer because I like the sheen that it gives. So I use a 1/2 pump of pearlizer. Okay, so then I've got 1 pump of the foundation and a 1/2 pump of pearlizer. Give it a little mix up with the finger or however you want to do it. And then this is one reason I think that you don't use as much of this foundation. I stipple my makeup on, and my mom has learned to do this, and it's a lot better for not getting in your creases or your wrinkles that we don't have. So you stipple, and stippling is nothing more than dotting. I am just dotting, dotting, dotting. I never rub, okay? And you just smooth it as you go. And get underneath here just a little bit, just to make it smooth. Okay, so that's the approach that I use for this makeup. This is a stippling technique. Now, I put my makeup on with my fingers for years and years, and this is something I've just really started doing, and it just makes your makeup so much smoother. So regardless of what kind of makeup you're using, the stippling technique actually is a really, really good technique for this. Okay. Now, some people will ask me if I use a powder, and that really is personal preference. If you don't like a shiny look to your makeup, you do not have to use, you can use powder. I tend to use powder in my T-zone. Okay, so right across my forehead and down over my nose and maybe on my chin, because I'm not much of a person for a shadowy or a shiny look. My mother's skin's a little drier, so she doesn't use any powder. My daughter uses powder all over her face just because that's her preferred method. Okay, so that is step 1 in applying a full SeneGence face. Take a look, the red is gone. I have used very little foundation. So you get every penny out of your foundation with SeneGence. But that is step 1. That is your foundation. And I'll put another one out tomorrow doing blush. Another one doing ShadowSense, because I know I have some people who are really interested in ShadowSense, but they're not quite sure how to use it. So I will do that as well. And then of course, we'll finish up with our LipSense. All right. Give me a holler if you have any questions about any of these products, or if there's something I can do to come over and demo for you. I'd be glad to do your face for you. I'm no makeup pro, but I would love to come in and do something to show you exactly how good this product is. Thanks, guys.